One of the questions that I've gotten many times over the years is what does it actually cost to market my landscaping business? And what we're going to talk about on the show today is what the costs can look like and also how you can really think about this investment in a different way so that you can grow your business consistently, you can beat your competitors, you can bring in your ideal customers and your perfect fit employees. So stay tuned and we'll dive right into it. I'm Gabe Arnold, and this is the Green Mountain Podcast. We are the champions who brave the elements to create beauty. We see chaos and create order. We are never afraid of hard work, and we understand the power of strategic thinking and intentional actions. We come from all walks of life, and we will never allow our past to determine our future potential. We create beauty around the homes of our customers and increase the value of our community with the work that we do every day. We understand the power of consistent branding because it helps us grow and serve all those around us. We practice effective sales so our company, employees, and community can benefit from the value we add. We intentionally invest in operational habits that help us deliver excellent results to our customers on a continual basis. We understand that powerful and beautiful things take time to grow, and with consistent watering and intention, amazing results can happen. We are committed to making the world a better place by being positive examples to all those around us. We don't allow anyone to look down on us because we know the value we bring to our community as leaders. We create positive workplaces for our employees so they feel safe and supported, and at the same time, we hold ourselves to high standards. We pursue excellence on a daily basis because we know the journey is worth the sacrifice. We are the protectors of the land. We are the guardians of beauty. We are the heroes. We are landscapers. Years ago, I was at a mastermind with some of the greatest marketers in the world. And one of the speakers there said, no amount of marketing can sell a bad product or a bad service. And it really stuck with me. And it reminded me that one of the things that we really have to remember as we want to market and grow our landscaping business is that the first thing to do, the first level of marketing, the foundational part, is doing great work. Because when we do great work, we then have the ability to get referrals. We can take pictures and people will see, the excellence in our work. And that will give us the foundation with which to grow and actually market the business. One of the other things that's really important to think about as we talk through kind of what it costs or what budgets can look like for marketing is to make sure that you're profitable. And being profitable means that you're going to consider, okay, I have 100 accounts that I service every month. What is the profit that I want to make each month in my business, and make sure you actually just build that profit margin into your business. So if you think about, let's say you want to profit, $20,000 a month. If you divided that by 100 customers, it means that you would need to add $200 of profit into each account so that your profit level was there. And that's one way to look at it so that you can start to think a little bit differently and not say, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to try to be the lowest price, or I'm just kind of beat everybody else. And then hopefully I'll have profit left at the end to pay myself to grow the business and to advertise the company. If you go about it that route, you're always going to not have enough. Whereas if you go at it with, this is the profit number that I want to make, you can get input and advice, and we can help you with that in our mastermind that we have for all our landscaping clients. Or you can get input with that, but it's better to set a profit target and work that backwards into all your accounts than just hope for the best and hope you have profit left. Because when you are profitable and you do excellent work, that's the foundation of marketing. One of the other things that you can do is collect testimonials, and those are great for advertising. We've already talked about that a little bit on the show this week. But once you have the foundational pieces in place that you're profitable because you have, effective sales and good operational habits as a part of the whole CEO method, is to look at, again, we spoke about this a little bit on an earlier episode this week, but look at it and see what percentage you can consistently invest in your advertising. The goal is to get to 7 to 10%, and then even push that up a little bit higher as time goes on. But in the beginning, you need to just start increasing profit and incrementally increasing the percentage of your total annual revenue or monthly revenue, however you look at it, that you're going to invest in advertising. Those are the foundational pieces that will show you what your advertising should cost, what your marketing costs should be. And then once you do that, you're able to go, okay, I want to hit these goals. I want to reach, new prospects so I can get new customers in my business. And the way to look at your advertising cost is not how much you're going to spend on Facebook or how much you're going to spend with print materials or yard signs or things like that, or Google ads. It's not to look at that cost. Instead, you should say, what am I willing to spend to buy a new customer? So if you think about what each customer account is worth to you every year, let's say for, again, easy math, these may not be your numbers, but for easy math, let's say that you want to have a $10,000 a year contract as a minimum for all your customers, or whatever your number is, but let's say 10,000. If you're willing to spend $1,000 to buy every new customer, then that gives you a huge advantage over other competitors who are only doing yard signs or only doing, door hangers or things like that. When you're willing to look at it from that perspective and say, if I can lay out $1,000 to buy a new customer, or $500, or whatever that percentage is that you can commit to and stick with, then you have a parameter that you can work with. And over time, your advertising efforts, your marketing, all of that should average out to where you're buying a new customer for X dollars. So when we look at advertising and what it costs to market a landscaping business, that's the perspective and the mindset that helps our clients win. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. Think about it of like, I want to go to the customer store, we'll say, and buy a new customer. And if I buy the best customer, I'm going to pay a little bit more. Just like when you buy a better mower, better piece of equipment, it's going to last longer. And so when you're willing to invest and purchase a new customer, that's when you're able to scale your business. If you just throw minimal dollars or minimal effort at your marketing, it's actually going to be really costly for you, because you're not going to be able to grow the business. It's going to be harder to retain clients. There's going to be a lot of other side effects from that if you're trying to cheap out on purchasing a good customer. So as you think about what it costs to buy a new customer, the first thing to do is set a percentage that you can comfortably commit to and stick with. Maybe it's only 1 or 2 or 3% to start, but you want to set that at a level that you'll continually invest in. So if you were, had $100,000 of revenue, per month, then starting out at $3,000 to $5,000 a month in, advertising and your marketing expenses would be a good step in the right direction. Ultimately, though, you'd want to get to that $10,000 a month spend. And again, it really comes back to making sure that you're profitable, that you're doing great work, that the customers you do purchase stay with you because you have great nurture, good operational habits. You have good things internally that help them stick with you and really get value from you on a consistent basis. And then out of that, you can say, yep, I'm willing to commit to this marketing budget. I'm willing to buy new customers. And then once you do that, there'll be a time period where you test and adjust and you figure out what's working. And ultimately, you'll be able to look at your marketing and say, I've spent marketing on all these different areas. And yes, you want to examine your individual channels or the different activities or things that you're investing in. But really at the global top level mark is where you want to measure the results. We spent $10,000 in marketing, in advertising in our budget for all of our consistent branding this month, and we got 6 customers. So that's a little bit more than I wanted to spend per customer. So how can I get the cost down potentially? Or what do I need to look at the channels? But you're really looking at input and output. Input is your budget of how much you're willing to invest from a percentage perspective. And then the output is what does it actually cost you to get a new customer? Because first you'll need to get leads, prospects who are interested in potentially working with you. And say for every 10 leads that come in, then you want to have 2 or 3 of those become customers. And if 2 or 3 customers, came in over a couple of week period and you spent $1,000 on 3 customers, you're about, 300, 350 to buy a customer. So that's really the perspective that I would encourage you to have is ask yourself, what am I willing to invest to buy a customer? And then just measure your total marketing spend and advertising efforts. And then see how many customers you generate over the course of 90 days or 6 months, because it doesn't happen immediately. But over time, the more consistent you are in your branding, the more consistently you're going to have new customers come in. And this also applies for employee recruitment and getting great employees to work for you. Same approach, dedicate some of that total marketing budget to attracting new applicants so that as you buy new customers, you can also buy new employees. So I hope that's helpful to you. If you need any help with it, or if you want to look at where your marketing percentage should be, you can head over to landscapemarketinghero.com, click on free tools, and there's a calculator right there that will show you what your marketing investment should be and what results you should expect from it. It's built on the results that we've gotten for our clients. And so it's real data and real results that we've seen. And I hope that will be helpful for you. I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show. If you're ready to begin your journey up the Green Mountain, where we show you how to build a low-stress, high-profit, $10 million per year landscaping company, then head over to landscapemarketinghero.com to download your free growth map. One of our guides will be there to help you along the way. Again, that's landscapemarketing